Well, truer statement could not have been made, and it's not only creating many at-risk children, but creating many at-risk families and schools. The unemployment impact in this state, which again led the nation for 4 solid years until just the last several months when Nevada, the special issues there surpassed us. And I guess it's nice to be number 2 now, but that's still not saying much. The fact of the matter is that government has to understand that the private sector, small businesses, I see small business people in the room today that supply jobs, supply goods and services and opportunities, and would be delighted to be supplying more jobs and more goods and services and opportunities if we had the plan in place where government understood that to suffocate the impact or suffocate the environment for business to be accomplished and economy to grow means that we frustrate everything else. To say that government has to continue to grow, has to continue to spend more money, and in so doing has to take more tax dollars from individuals in order to make things work, has never worked on the face of this earth. We look at what does work. We can look back to Michigan itself. When I was in the legislature in the 1980s, we had unemployment rates rivaling what we have now. We decided in the 90s that we would do something different. We cut taxes 26 times. We reformed the property tax and the school finance issue. We reduced the overall size of government. We even put a heavier copay on legislative health care initiatives than we did for any other part of the state. But we took those steps. We said yes to the private sector. We left dollars back in the hands of individuals to save, to invest, to spend. And we saw growth. We went from double-digit unemployment to under 6% by 1999 when I left office. We went to a AAA bond rating. We had over $1 billion rainy day fund surplus in place. We had businesses coming back. And what did that do to education? It provided stable funding, increased funding, along with the equitable funding that we put in Proposal A. Students weren't at risk at that point. They had opportunity. If we do that, remembering that the economic generator of this great country is its people, and its risk takers, its entrepreneurs, its small business people, we will do well in education as well. Don't build your future on it, that's for sure. I concur with Bruce very strongly. It is one time. And if it's put in place to develop a program that you won't be able to fund adequately next time around, you're in deep trouble. Use it for something at the local level, and then start lobbying to keep those monies back in the local districts, back in the state at the very least. I heard a noted economist just the other day point out the fact that we taken the almost $3 trillion of stimulus dollars, initial stimulus and son of stimulus dollars. We'd have taken all of those stimulus dollars and just simply given a moratorium on taxes, federal taxes, to the taxpayers, businesses, and individuals of this nation. That moratorium would have lasted for 18 months. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what type of stimulus that would have been with private sector businesses, job providers, individuals with those dollars that they would have paid out in taxes on a moratorium back in their pockets, back in their investment accounts, back in their job providing accounts, back in the thoughts about what would we do with our local school districts, what type of economic stimulus that would have been. More than one term or one year. So hold it loosely, keep it local as clearly as possible, and for something that you won't have to count on for continued funding for next year.